Hey everybody, it's Cherry, and here is my Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl Starter Pack. For anybody that's ever tried this game and maybe put it down for a bit too long, or anybody who's just getting into it to the first time, welcome. This guide is going to show you a bunch of stuff that actually heighten your experience with the game, as well as get you back into the swing of things now that the game is gotten to nearly a year old. So, let's get right into this. The first thing I'll be showing you guys is just this 5-minute guide for Nickelodeon All-Stars terminology. The link of this video will be in the description, but it's a great reintro or intro for any user of the game who's not necessarily as familiar as they would like to be. There's also the Smasher's Guide to Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl, and this is for if you're a Smash player coming to Nick and you're trying to get yourself used to this different platform fighter. It's a good idea to watch just because it'll kind of highlight the points that you'll need to focus on, whether that's like different habits or other things. Again, all of these links will be in the description, so make sure to check it out. The next thing on this list is the Nickelodeon Grinders Discord. It's the official Discord of the competitive community. The entire community resides in here. We have matchmaking servers for both specific beginners of each console, as well as matchmaking for just general ranked or unranked. We have tournaments posted in here. We have content creation posted in here, the current meta discussion, as well as just socializing. The community is really nice, and it's super easy to just get into the server and feel very welcome. So if you join, you're sure to be met with a bunch of people saying hello. And the link to this Discord should be in the description as well. So I hope to see you there. I would say that for any player, the Nickelodeon's Grinders Discord is probably the most important resource you can have currently if you want to be playing this game, especially if you're playing it for competitive reasons. But even then, like if you're playing this game and you just want to play some social games with items or sports mode or something, there is literally so many players in here who, while they are competitive, they would be down to play some sports mode. They would be down to watch you do a speed run of Arcade. They'd be down to do whatever. And this is the best place to find as many of those gamers as possible. Next thing is the Nick Data Spreadsheet by Lawtumn. This Google Doc spreadsheet gives you access to all of the frame data you could ever imagine. And it's all here, properly organized, just in a nice document. And it's just a great resource to have. And it's something that I would have liked to have when I started out, but I only just found kind of recently. Next up is the Slimemodpack Manager. For PC players only, this mod pack gives you access to tons of tools, from custom stock icons to a stage hazard tool to custom music packs, better training mod, even experimental better rollback netcode, and more. This can be found on GitHub by just typing into Google Slimemodpack Mod Manager, or just finding the link that I've posted of it in the description. Moving on to tournament names. There are a ton of tournament weeklies, monthlies, and specific special events hosted each week in the Nickelodeon community. A couple of the names that I totally recommend you should check out are Thirsty Thursdays, hosted every other week, Tuesday events hosted by Pipka, the NASB Junior Arcadian, which is specifically for upcoming players who are not ranked on PR, as well as PX Pride. PX Pride hosts Discord-style tournament events with a wonderful Discord bot that honestly is better than Smash GG. Finally, here's the Nickelodeon Public Events Calendar. This calendar link will be able to add to your Google Calendar all of the tournaments and their times each week. So each week you can just check this calendar, see what's going on that week, and you'll be able to plan what tournaments you want to attend. It's really fun to just know, alright, I can look forward to Thirsty Thursdays this week, or just whatever. So if you want that, it's also in the description. Thanks to Conduit Gaming, we currently have a mid-season PR, using the rankings of multiple tournaments throughout our season. This is the current top 25 players for Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl, but I could totally see this changing by the end of this season. Also, this is a great reference for if you're trying to look up some VODs of a player, and you would like to watch just them play your character so you can kind of learn what an optimal playstyle for that character would be. And speaking of optimal playstyles, you should totally follow on YouTube High Level Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl. High-level Nick Brawl captures some of the greatest moments in Nick, whether that's off-stream matches or just some of the sauciest combos you've ever seen. High-level Nick Brawl has it all. So if you want to do some pog faces while watching Nick, this is the channel where you're most likely to do it. So I suggest that you give it a subscription. It's a great channel. Here's a tier list that is not necessarily completely agreed on currently, as the recent patch that has come out has really shooken up the meta. But this could give you a reference as to where your character, whoever you're interested in, may be on the tier list. However, it has to be noted that pretty much any character nowadays can win a tournament. One of the best players in the world, Blazing Pasta, currently mains Korra and has won multiple tournaments and weeklies with this character since they were reworked in the recent patch. So even though she's placed at the bottom of this list, it does not mean she's anywhere near useless. Korra as well is a character that has moved around a lot in the tier list, and other characters such as Reptar, Patrick, and CatDog, who oftentimes were considered not necessarily the greatest characters, have moved around steadily on the tier list, as well as have just been improved in terms of their general game plans, hitboxes, frame data, and more. So really, there's not a single character in this game that we currently think is unviable in tournament. As well as the fact that Hugh Neutron, while he is in the game, it's really hard to say where to put him. A lot of players are saying that either they don't know or they think he's not very good. However, that could totally change in the future as his meta develops. This next one is optional, but it's something that if you're willing to tinker a lot, then I think that's a good tool. This is the Better Controls mod for Nickelodeon All-Stars. This can be found on Game Banana, and it's not maintained anymore, so it's not necessarily the greatest tool, as well as it does not work offline. But what it does feature, for some controllers, is toggleable strafing, tap jump, smash style smash attack controls, the ability to tap down through platforms, and it's really good for those who just need some training wheels, or someone who wants to play online without having to learn any new habits, if their controller can manage it. The problem with this mod is that multiple controller types, including the Nintendo Pro Controller, PlayStation DualShock, and Xbox Series X and 1 controllers, all function very differently under this controller mod. As well as the fact that Gamecube controllers all have to download a separate mod, the Delfino Gamecube controller mod by Struggleton, in order for this even to detect your Gamecube controller. This also cannot be used offline like I mentioned earlier, because the way it works is it creates a keyboard control that actually is your controller, where the macros for each of these things that you've modified are applied. This means that, like I keep saying, you cannot use this offline. If you'd like to use this, in an instruction manual on how to install, get this mod, as well as the link to it from Game Banana, will all be available in the description below. Well, that's everything I have today. So, if there was anything that you specifically liked or you felt that should have been mentioned, if you really liked this video or you just want to see more content about Nickelodeon All-Stars, I would really appreciate if you liked this video and subscribe to the channel. I'll be pumping out regular content for this game in the future. That's all for now though. So, thanks for watching everybody, and I hope you have a great day.